of persecution of Christians in Nigeria by President Donald Trump was way off the reality of the situation in the country. The Federal Ministry of Foreign Affairs groups and individuals took to social media and other outlets yesterday to reject the U.S. tag. The White House had named Nigeria among countries accused of failing to prevent or tolerating severe violations of religious freedom. In a follow-up to his Friday designation of Nigeria, Trump yesterday threatened military strikes against the terrorists involved in the light Christian genocide. Meanwhile, human rights activist and former presidential candidate Omoyele Sowore has cautioned Nigerians against welcoming U.S. President Donald Trump's recent threat of military intervention in Nigeria, describing it as perilous and urging the country to focus on internal reforms instead of relying on foreign powers. In a post shared on X early today, Sowore argued that while Trump's rhetoric about protecting Christians from persecution might appeal to some, history shows U.S. military elections often lead to greater instability. Sowore was reacting to a post by Trump on Saturday, wherein the president threatened to send U.S. forces into Nigeria with guns a-blazing if the country does not stem what he described as the killing of Christians by Islamists. He cited failed interventions in Afghanistan, Iraq, Libya, and Syria as examples, emphasizing that Nigerian salvation must come from within through accountable leadership that combats corruption and violence. He added that Donald Trump does not care about Nigerians, not Christians, Muslims, or anyone else. The chairman of the African Democratic Congress in Ekiti State, Ilesami Omolayo, has assured party members of free, fair, and transparent primary election to select the party's candidate for the June 20, 2026 governorship election. Speaking in a telephone interview with the Newsman today, Omolayo disclosed that 5 members, former Deputy Governor Professor Kolapo Lushola Elika, former High Commissioner to Canada Dare Bejide, philanthropist and businessman Apostle David Adeshua, ICT expert Emmanuel Oluwayose, and legal practitioner Femi Adegbite had obtained the party's nomination and express of interest forms ahead of the primaries. Omolayo said the primaries scheduled for November 6 will be conducted through the direct mode across 177 wards in the state. He appointed security agencies to ensure adequate protection for the party, its members, and the venues to prevent a repeat of the October 21 attack by hoodlums on the ADC state headquarters. The Newsman reported that on October 21, hoodlums set fire to the ADC secretariat in Ado-Ekiti and returned to launch further attacks 3 times that same day, injuring party members and destroying properties in an attempt to disrupt the information of executives at various levels. And now to the entertainment world. TikTok star DJ Chicken has been beaten by an angry mob in Shagamu on Saturday after his vehicle struck a motorcycle and reportedly injured a man and a woman. The report today stated that the collision happened shortly after noon on a narrow street in the town. Witnesses said DJ Chicken was driving fast when he hit the bike, sending the rider and his female passengers sprawling onto the pavement as his car sustained heavy front-end damage. Within minutes, residents and other motorcyclists surrounded the scene. Video footage shows the entertainer dressed only in a white singlet and underwear being pulled from the driver's seat, slapped repeatedly, and forced to sit on the ground as the crowd shouted accusations of reckless driving. DJ Chicken, visibly shaking with blood on his face, pleaded for calm, but was all done until calmer voices intervened as he was eventually allowed to leave, though his condition remained unclear. And now to the sports. Super Eagles winger Moses Simon has scored the winner as Paris FC landed AS Monaco's 6-match unbeaten run with a 1-0 victory at the Stade Louis II on Saturday. Simon gave Paris the lead in the 53rd minute, placing Maxime Lopez caught back into the roof of the net from the center of the penalty area. Monaco came into the game on the back of successful wins that helped keep them in the title race as they looked to keep pace with Paris Saint-Germain. Les Monégasques started strongly with Crépin Diatta going close midway through the first half when he caught in on his left foot on the edge of the area, but his shot went narrowly wide of the left post. However, Monaco were made to regret their missed chances when Simon struck 8 minutes into the second half. The hosts nearly found an equalizer with just under an hour on the clock when Magnus Akloche's drilled effort was pushed away from the bottom left corner by Kevin Trapp. Following that chance, the game was devoid of any real attacking quality, with neither side managing to force the opposing goalkeeper into a save. An 89th minute goal from Lionel Messi was too late as Nashville SC beat Inter Miami 2-1 on Saturday to stay alive in their MLS Cup ranked one player of series. First half goals from Sam Surridge and Josh Bauer put Nashville in control at a rainy George's Park in Tennessee. Surridge converted the penalty in the 9th minute to put the hosts in front, slotting to the right of Miami goalkeeper Rocco Rios Novo. Nashville were awarded the spot kick after Rios Novo exited, coming off his line against a charging Surridge. Bauer put Nashville 2-0 up on the stroke of halftime, sliding in left-footed after a corner by Ani Mukhtar. Miami opened the second half in determined style, but Luis Suarez's close-range shot in the 66th minute was parried by Nashville keeper Joy Willis. Miami and Messi stepped it up in the waning minutes. Before the recap of the major stories, listen to this important information from Ayekooto 88.3fm. Dear listeners, we are now in the rainy season and it's accompanied with cold. Let's protect ourselves from the effects of cold by putting on thick dresses, eating warm food, and drinking warm drinks. May God protect us all. Now the recap of the major stories. President Bola Tinubu in a statement posted on his verified X account at official about yesterday 40 Friday's redesignation of Nigeria as a country of particular concern by the United States. On the entertainment scene, TikTok star DJ Chicken had been beaten by an angry mob in Shagamu on Saturday after his vehicle struck a motorcycle and reportedly injured a man and a woman. And on sports, Super Eagles winger Moses Simon scored the winner as Paris outstanded AS Monaco's 6-match unbeaten run with a 1-0 victory at the Stade Louis II on Saturday. That's the news at noon on Ayekooto 88.3fm in Washington State, as compiled by Amina Imran and edited by Dawda Ahmed. For the news reports in your area vicinity, you can call us on these numbers 081-4626-9214 or 005-680-9814. I'm Amina Imran. Good afternoon and thanks for listening.